Trump says no to the media on board a flight to the White House. This is interesting to see, as well as some of the other post-election realities that we're going to update you on. Donald Trump is keeping Americans in the dark about his earliest conversations and decisions as president-elect, bucking a long-standing practice intended to ensure that the public has a watchful eye on its new leader, its new loving leader. Donald. The Donald. They used to go Obama. And yeah, so did I. But we have the Donald. Mr. President, Mr. Donald, Mr. Donald. Mr. Trump on Thursday refused to allow journalists to travel with him to Washington for his historic first meeting with President Barack Obama and congressional leaders. Now, of course, if Hillary or Obama was to do that, and rightfully so, people would be reporting on that, and they did in 2008. When Hillary, for those of you that remember, was it Obama? They ditched CNN, and they're like, they totally ditched us, like we normally go with the candidates, and you ditched us to have your private meeting outside of the Bilderberg meeting in Chantilly, Virginia. Again, 2008. The stage debate, of course, happening around that same time period between Hillary and Obama, all staged, because Obama was the true selection for a second term. There was no real, and he was a selection the first time. It was never really a real consideration for it to be Hillary. Hillary was there as well. Wow, Hillary has a lot of practice with this. This really isn't Hillary's first go-around with throwing the fight. So this is really interesting to see. The decision was part of a number of things that Trump's been doing since his victory on Tuesday. On Wednesday, he was entirely out of sight. And then, of course, yes, there are probably some conspiracy theories out there that they have already killed Donald Trump, and what we're actually seeing is a clone. See, folks, I'm actually into a lot of things that are considered outside the box, but some of the things that others are suggesting, which we'll get to shortly in our Donald Trump assassination and conspiracy meme video, things are reaching levels of absurdity that I've never seen before. The White House typically releases statements on the president's phone calls with foreign leaders, providing some details about the conversation. Past presidents-elect have had early briefings with journalists, even in confusing first hours after Election Day. But early signs suggest that Mr. Trump is willing to break protocol when it comes to press access and transparency. Again, oh geez, I must be a radical leftist for even daring to report this to you. This is absolutely crazy. Donald Trump has made statements that he's gonna sue people that have talked about him and reported things that he has not wanted reported. We've also seen Webster Tarpley being sued, at least this was the news a couple months ago, by the wife of Donald Trump because he called her a former prostitute. Whether that was true or not, I have no idea. But I know that the tabloid level of politics has never really been something that's attracted me, and attacking people's race or attacking people's wives. So, you know what? That's why I steered clear of that whole Obama, cocaine, gay hotel room, or gay sex in a hotel room with Larry Sinclair, even though I'm calling out Obama as a criminal at that time, a puppet of the New World Order. You know, to prove my point, getting tabloid with it is the last place where I'm going to take it. But I just want to make a point. I saw this story on Rents. I thought I would share it with you. But of course, Rents changes the title, and it's like, Trump stands up to prostitute media. You know the whole thing about this, blame the media, blame the media? There's also a phrase that I don't really hear people say anymore, but they said it during Bush's years, as the alternative media began to grow. Don't blame the media, be the media. Also, the revolution will be televised. You know, as Access TV became more popular, as the internet grew, before YouTube, mind you, and even before Google Video. But it went from digital video to Google Video being trashed and MySpace being trashed, and then the Facebook, YouTube phenomena really took off. Don't blame the media, be the media. Remember, when people talking about just attacking the media and suing all members of the media or journalists, if something's said that offends someone, whether or not something's true or not, that's another subject. But there's obviously a number of things that Trump has said that I don't believe are exactly things that he said that I don't believe are honest at all. I don't even believe that he's not going to turn the same police state, the dogs of war, if you will, on his own supporters. That they themselves have many radical views. So when we talk about war on the media and the prostitute media, it's not just the mainstream media that some of these pundits are attacking. They're attacking anyone with a dissenting view on Donald Trump. And that is a very serious situation. It's more signs of cognitive impairment in our society. As a candidate, Mr. Trump railed against the press as disgusting and dishonest. He refused to allow a pool of campaign reporters and photographers to fly on his plane to events, sometimes stating his rallies before his press corps had arrived. The practice did not extend to his running mate, Mike Pence, who was followed by a traditional pool of journalists. So in conclusion, they're getting us ready for this. It's not just, the people against each other, manufactured civil unrest, the fires in the streets, the private property damage, and of course the attack that's going to come on Trump protesters or those called anti-Trump. Or it's coming on all sides. We're also going to see this constant demonization of the media and those with a dissenting view of Donald Trump. On one level, it's going to seem really popular to the Trump loyalists, as I call them, loyalists, like the Redcoats, the loyalists, like the Obama loyalists. But like other things, it will come literally to bite them in the ass when the attacks on the free press kick off. Subscribe if you're new. Share this message. Share this video with your friends and family. If you appreciate this content, show your support at alexansary.tv, and I'll be back with more.